The moment the front door clicked shut, I felt my throat tighten. I was sitting on the edge of the couch, elbows pressed into my knees, hands clasped so hard my knuckles looked pale. My chest burned with the words I had been holding back all day. When she stepped into the room, setting her bag down with that casual grace I used to adore, the silence between us felt suffocating. I didn't greet her, didn't ask about her day. I just looked her dead in the eyes and asked, "Do you love him?" Her brows furrowed, a faint smile tugging at the corner of her lips as if she thought I was joking. But when I followed it with one word, one name, it froze her where she stood. Derek! The blood drained from her face, and in that single second I knew. The beginning of doubt. Anna and I had been married for 7 years. We'd built a life together in our modest suburban home, weekend trips to the farmer's market, Sunday dinners with her parents, inside jokes whispered under the covers when we should have been sleeping. I thought we were solid. I thought we were safe. But then little things started to shift. She was coming home later, blaming it on work deadlines. She smiled at her phone more often, tilting it just slightly away from me when she typed. Our conversations at dinner became shallow, like we were strangers politely chatting instead of husband and wife. I told myself I was paranoid, that stress was making me see shadows where there weren't any. But then came the night she forgot her phone on the counter while she showered. A message popped up. Can't stop thinking about last night. Same time tomorrow. The sender's name, Derek. I didn't need to scroll further. I didn't even unlock the phone. That one message was enough to twist my stomach into knots. The confrontation. Now, standing in our living room, Anna looked like a deer caught in headlights. She opened her mouth, closed it, then whispered, "What are you talking about?" "Don't," I said, my voice sharper than I intended. "Don't insult me with lies. I know about Derek." Her hand flew to her chest, fingers trembling. "It's not." "Don't." Snap. The sound startled even me. I had never raised my voice at her like that. "I just need to know one thing. Do you love him?" Her silence was deafening. Tears welled in her eyes, but no words came. And in that silence my heart cracked open. Memories that cut deeper. It's strange what your mind clings to when your world starts falling apart. As I sat there, watching my wife crumble in front of me, my head wasn't filled with anger. It was filled with memories. The way she'd laughed uncontrollably when we got caught in the rain on our first date. How she squeezed my hand under the hospital blankets when my father passed away. The warmth in her voice when she said, "I do." All of it felt like lies now. Like I had been living in a play where everyone knew their lines except me. Her confession. Finally, Anna broke. Her knees buckled, and she sank onto the armchair across from me. She covered her face with her hands, her voice muffled and shaking. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. "It was supposed to be nothing. Just a distraction. I never thought it would go this far." My pulse hammered in my ears. "So you admit it? You've been with him?" Her shoulders shook. "Yes. But please listen, I didn't love him. It wasn't about that." "Then what was it about?" My voice cracked on the last word. "Was I not enough? Was our life not enough?" She dropped her hands, meeting my gaze. Her eyes were red raw. "I don't know." Felt trapped. Like I was disappearing. Work, bills, routine, it felt like my life wasn't mine anymore. And Derek, he made me feel alive again. Her words hit harder than any physical blow. Trapped. Disappearing. Not hers anymore. Wasn't I the life we had built together? Wasn't I the one who promised to grow old with her? Shattered illusions. I stood up, pacing the room because I couldn't sit still. My hands shook, and I clenched them into fists to stop it. "You say you didn't love him," I said, "but you risked everything for him. For what? Some adrenaline rush. Some fleeting feeling of being 20 again." She flinched but didn't argue. That hurt even more. "You could have talked to me, Anna. We could have fixed things together. Instead, you gave pieces of yourself to someone else. Do you know what that does to me? To us. Her tears spilled freely now. I know. And I hate myself for it. I was selfish. I didn't think about what it would do to you. Her voice broke. I just wanted to feel wanted again. The breaking point. I stopped pacing and stared at her. So tell me, when he touched you, when you kissed him, were you thinking of me? Were you thinking of our marriage? Her sob was answer enough. I turned away, gripping the edge of the wall as my vision blurred. The woman I thought I knew, the woman I trusted with my whole heart, was a stranger now. Do you love him? I asked again, my voice quieter this time. She shook her head furiously. No, I don't. I swear it was never love. It was lust. It was weakness. It was me being a coward. But could I believe her? Could I trust a single word after everything she had done? A house of ghosts. That night I didn't sleep in our bed. Couldn't. I lay on the couch, staring at the ceiling, feeling like the walls of our home were closing in. Every photo on the shelves mocked me. The smiles, the vacations, the milestones. Ghosts of a life I wasn't sure had ever been real. I kept hearing her sobs from upstairs, muffled through the walls. Part of me wanted to go to her, to hold her, to say we'd figure it out. But another part of me, stronger, colder, knew nothing would ever be the same. Trust, once shattered, doesn't just glue itself back together. The next morning, the house was unbearably quiet. She sat at the kitchen table, a cup of untouched coffee in her hands. I stood in the doorway, exhausted, hollow. I'll pack some things, I said finally. Stay with my brother for a while. I need space. Her face crumpled. Please don't leave. We can go to counseling, we can. Anna, I cut in, my voice firm but trembling. I don't know if I can even look at you without seeing him. Without wondering if you're thinking of him instead of me. She reached for me but I stepped back. The look on her face was devastation, but I couldn't let it sway me. Driving to my brother's house, I kept replaying everything in my mind. Her confession, my rage, the unbearable silence after. I wondered if there had been signs all along, moments I ignored because I wanted to believe in us too badly. Thought about love, about how it can be both the most beautiful and the most destructive force in the world. About how one mistake, one betrayal, can turn years of devotion into ashes. Did I still love her? God help me, yes. But love alone couldn't fix what she had broken. The final conversation. 2 weeks later we met at a cafe to talk. She looked smaller somehow, fragile, like the weight of her choices had crushed her. I ended it with Derek, she said softly. He means nothing to me. I want us back. I studied her face, searching for the woman I married, the woman I trusted. But all I saw was someone I couldn't unsee with another man's name on her lips. I believe you ended it, I said. But the damage is done. Every time I hear your phone buzz, I'll wonder. Every time you're late, I'll wonder. That's no way to live for either of us. Her tears fell silently. Mine burned but stayed hidden. I'll always care for you, I said, standing. But I can't be your husband anymore. Walking away from her that day was the hardest thing I've ever done. My chest felt hollow, my legs heavy, my heart in pieces. But somewhere deep down, I knew it was the only choice that honored the love I once had for her, and the respect I still owed myself. Because sometimes the most painful truth is that love isn't enough. Trust is the foundation, and once it's gone, the house collapses no matter how beautiful it once was. And as I closed that chapter of my life, one thought echoed in my mind. I had asked her if she loved him. She said no. But what she had destroyed between us proved she didn't truly love me either.